If you'd like to make dinner rolls that taste delicious and make the house smell amazing, then this video is for you. I'll be sharing a dinner roll recipe adapted from this Betty Crocker bread machine cookbook, but we won't be using the bread machine. Let's jump right in. The ingredients needed are a cup of warm water, 2 tablespoons of soft butter, 1 egg, 1/4 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 3 teaspoons of active dry yeast, 3 1/4 cups of bread flour. Plus 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. You're going to need a whisk and a spatula. First, I'm going to pour in the water, yeast and sugar. I'll give this a little stir, and then I'm going to let this rest for 15 minutes. Then the salt is added, and the egg with a little whisk. And then the butter. Now I'm sifting the baking powder into the flour and giving it a little stir. I probably could have used a little bit bigger bowl for this, but that's okay. Once it's sifted well and mixed a little, I pour it in. Now this is going to go to the stand mixer and become a dough. You can do this by hand, but I like to use my stand mixer. I'm using the dough arm. Fast forward and the dough's almost ready. This dough is placed in a bowl with some wrap over the top, nice and snug. Then put in a warm place to rise for an hour. Now here's the fun part. I time-lapsed the rising of the dough so that you could see it happening in a very short time. Isn't that beautiful? Once the dough is risen, we can now divide it. We need a large baking sheet and some parchment paper. We'll sprinkle some flour. I just get something that will cut the dough. I'm shaping the dough now into, I guess, a round shape so that I can divide it as evenly as possible. Using the divider, I cut it in half, then into quarters, and then each of these quarters is divided into 3. You can make these smaller if you like. I'm now rounding each of the 12 that I have made by pinching the base of it. I find if you just sort of grab around and pinch the base, you end up making a nice circular shape. Here I have noticed one of them is too large, so I'm putting a little bit of one into another one, and that's just evening them out. You can be creative with the grooves on the top of the rolls. I just put an X with the knife here. It's slightly serrated, which helps. And then you can experiment with different tools. I'm using here a lattice press. You can press this down quite strong. It won't ruin the shape. You can just reshape it a little bit once you're done. You really want to get a good impression on the roll so that it looks nice after it's risen as well. You're going to have a slight pattern that you'll see. Now we're going to sprinkle this with flour. The flour stops the wrap from sticking to the rolls as they're rising. Now we're going to let this rise for an hour, and here's a very quick time lapse of that. After 1 hour, I gently remove the wrap and put a little bit more flour on top because I'm going to let it rise some more. I'm going to cover it and let it rise for 1 more hour. Again, we have a little time lapse, and of course you can let it rise for a little bit longer depending on the size that you want them to be when you bake them. Once risen, I can uncover them and we'll pop them in the oven, 350 degrees for 25 minutes. And now the house smells amazing. And look how soft they turned out. Depending on what you're having for supper and how you want to use them, you can adjust the size of the dinner rolls accordingly. I hope that family and friends who have asked how I've made these dinner rolls can now have a go at making them, and now anyone else who visits this channel will also get to do the same. Thank you so much for visiting. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it brings the beautiful smell of fresh bread into your home, and I look forward to making more cooking videos that you can enjoy. If you'd like to help this channel grow, please click subscribe.